Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a collective reading because today is the new moon in Pisces. So because it's a collective reading, I'm doing it with my big combined deck of tarot cards and astrological oracle cards. But there are only tarot cards here in this spread at least. And the message that is showing up in the cards today for the collective has to do with the direction to success. There is, it's almost like there is a stage of taking responsibility, being very accountable for how you're feeling, where you are, or your emotional present state, because that's what is going to enable us all, right? But individually and also collectively towards success. And I feel like the clear path towards success is working together, but it feels like we're not ready, at least individually, to go for this collective work yet, from what I'm seeing here. There's still a little bit of need to take accountability, right, for these internal issues, because I feel like there are individuals, and I can relate to this message so much because I feel like I still have to work so much in my own personal issues, but I do feel like the sensation that there are still things to be worked out in the individual level are because there is this fine-tunement that is happening here in terms of understanding what success is individually, but also collectively, right? So that it is not distorted when it's going to be worked out together, when this, it's like when success is going to be like a communal concept, or like this common goal, right? It's like what the collective understands by success, right? So it's not like one individual understanding what success is for them, it's the collective, right? So this is the minor hiccup in a sense, which is also something that has been showing up in the past few readings. I think it was the last one that was talking about knowing where the issue was, or knowing where like the blind spot, right, was, the wound was. So we're beginning with the Five of Cups. The fives, to me, they show a location, but in this particular meaning with the Five of Cups and opening up this collective reading, it's talking about showing the emotional state that you are right now, right? Where you stand right now emotionally. So this is the emotional place, in a sense, that we are individually, but also collectively. And I want to say, first of all, individually, because the fives, it's like they talk about self, right? So it's almost like, how are you feeling? How are you taking accountability of your feelings? Because the Queen of Pentacles coming next is the one who takes responsibility for how you're feeling, where you are emotionally, right? She's not running away. It's like the image that I was seeing with this Queen of Pentacles was one that was keeping the books, right? Like doing some bookkeeping. And I feel like this is what we're all doing individually in regards to our emotions, specifically because today the new moon in Pisces is kind of like this chance that we all have to sow the seeds of working with our inner waters, right? But in a way that really, it's like we are becoming aware of our emotions and taking from this subconscious place, right? Which is very mysterious and perhaps very like occult, right? Very hidden, but we are taking this accountability, right? It's like we are like literally bringing it to like our conscious mind, but in a very practical way, right? Being the Queen of Pentacles, that's the reason why I feel like it's almost like we are all valuing like our inner state, our emotional state, our well-being perhaps, right? It's almost like if you were to give like a score, right, of how you're feeling right now. It's like, it's that level of practicality, right? It's like that level of consciousness in the human side of things, in the very physical, material side of things. So this seems to be like this duo in a sense that needs to happen before we can see the path towards success. Because these two cards jumped out together and they were already painting this common picture of the Ace of Swords giving the direction and the Six of Wands showing the road to success, right? I often talk about the sixes as either a bridge or a road, right? I know that the nines and the tens, they are, it's like they show me like this longer path, but the six, it's like this, it's almost like these legs of the journey, or like these moments, right? It's like these chunks of the path, right? And because this is one that entails success, it's like, yes, there is the possibility that as a collective, by taking accountability, right? Like if everyone takes accountability of how, you know, we're feeling emotionally, right? With our own emotions, then this is going to open up, right? It feels like this opening up of a portal that is going to lead us to success in a sense. So this was very clear because I'm not receiving anything else from these cards, right? That's the message from these cards. It's like the road that leads to success, the direction that moves us towards success. But the bottom row here is a bit of like this, it's like this cluster of everything all at once, but in an individual level, and maybe, you know, consequently, like as a consequence, as a natural outcome, it's like the collective is also needing downtime, right? Needing silence, needing quiet to understand the simplicity of this message, right? It's like very often we think of, you know, the wisest pieces of advice or like just knowledge overall, right? They're very simple. They don't require a lot, right? It's just like our human minds that are trying to, you know, in this convoluted, maybe emotional state, it's like we try to complicate things or we end up complicating things. But here, the Seven of Cups following, it's actually giving a solution to why we are feeling like we are, it's like it's hard to connect, right? Because this is showing me the emotional connection. The image that I saw with this card was, you know, if here we have the individual, right? Like you by yourself just sinking into your own emotions. But with the seven, the way that I'm seeing these two extra cups, right? It's like they're here each side. What they were showing me, it's like two people like holding hands, right? So it's almost like the moment that we individually take responsibility for our own emotional well-being and maybe physical well-being as well, it's like in order to understand this, right, the road to success, the direction to success, it's like we have to extend our arms, we have to hold hands, we have to connect, right? It's like, yes, this process is individual, right? It's like each person needs to take accountability for themselves. It's like, it's not, you know, pointing fingers or saying like, you have to do this and I don't have to do it or whatever it is. It's like, this is each one of us. But in order to like move forward together, right? Because the six also talks about this harmony, right? This exchange, this dynamic flow towards success. So it's almost like it's, you know, you don't win a war alone, right? It's like you don't win a battle by yourself. It's like you need others. And this is what the Seven of Cups is showing me. It's like this is the extension of, it's like if it's talking about the heart, right? The moment that we take accountability by where we are, it's like by the emotional state of, you know, just acknowledging where we are in a very practical sense, right? Valuing where we are, we're able to see maybe what is missing or what we would like to have, you know, beside us, or who, or like the type of friendship or connection or relationships that we would have, like ideally, right, beside us. And I feel like that is something that is not very well understood, right? Maybe because there is this difficulty in a sense of just embracing this exit of this very individual state, this very individual acknowledgement. I'm not saying that this work, this individual work, is not being done. It's actually very well being, it's being done very well. That's what I'm trying to say, because it's the queen, right? But in order for us to move towards this success collectively, right, and effortlessly, because when we see the direction and we move forward as a collective, then it's easier, right? It's like we are embracing where we are, but also we are embracing those who perhaps are in the same emotional state as we are. And it's like this joint venture, it's like this common path, right? But there is this uncertainty perhaps, or maybe indecision, or maybe lack of clarity, which is interesting because, you know, the Hermit that is coming next, it's actually coming underneath the Ace of Swords. And I feel like, because if you see here, right, both of these cards are pointing in the same direction. So I feel like before each of us individually decide to extend our arms, right, and hold hands together with others, right, it's almost like we need to go back inside, right? It's like we need to go back and take more accountability, especially because the Knight of Pentacles is here. So it's almost like we're not acknowledging the path that we have already walked, right? It's like the degree of maybe emotional, physical, financial maturity, right? It's like we are already individually, we are already here in this queen. But we see ourselves, the moment that we are ready to extend our arms, right, and connect with others, it's like we need to go back inside because we feel like we're not ready, right? It's like there isn't enough clarity in terms of instructions, because the Knight, it's like the Knights, they receive order, right? They have a mission that was given by perhaps the queen, right? Or, you know, whomever is the authority. And in this case, it's the same individual, right? Which is you, right? Each of us individually. It's like we are already here in this level of maturity, but yet when it gets to a point that we are expanding from the Five of Cups, it's like we feel like we're not ready. It's like there's more self-knowledge, like self-work to do, right? It's like this inner study, right? So here we are, just, it's like it's not downgrading, but it's like diminishing our own potential in a sense, or undervaluing our potential to connect. You see what I mean? Because it's almost like there is a lot of wisdom here with the Hermit, right? But the Hermit also brings protection, which is often what I see with the Knight, right? With the shield, with the helmet, with the armor, right? It's like these barriers, these layers of protection. And I feel like somehow the Hermit is also that, right? So seeking isolation, seeking silence, seeking this need to be on your own, right? Essentially, it's like not connect, right? When we understand that by taking accountability and acknowledging where we are emotionally, it's like we are in a level, right? Each of us, we are in a level that we are able to connect, because this is the path towards success. But the way that we are interpreting this connection is that it's actually going to be a burden, or it's going to be exhaustive, or it's going to be too much, overwhelming, because we're being given the Six of Wands, but the way that we are interpreting the offer of this clear direction, which entails connection, right, as the Ten of Wands instead of this very victorious possibility, right? It's like, but if we're ready to connect and I don't feel ready to connect, I need some more downtime. I need some alone time. Like, I haven't taken accountability. And it's not that there is like this mistake, right? It's just the insecurity perhaps, or like the lack of confidence, or maybe the fear of connecting, right? Because it's like this very intimate connection, I want to say. It's almost like it's opening up something that you've never shared with anybody, right? It's almost like this feels, especially because we do have the burdens here. And I know that sometimes I see the Ten of Wands as like this path of flowers, this shared path of flowers. So it's almost like it's guiding us all, right, individually, to lead the collective in a sense, to not see the burdens of connecting with others and not fearing like the possibility of becoming intimate, right? Or like sharing the things that you've never shared, right? Because you've always dealt with this. It's like you did take accountability, you did do the work, right? But it was always behind closed doors, or in private, or alone, right? And now it's time to connect, but it's almost like there is this insecurity, right? Or like this need to slow down, right? Because it's too much, because it's too overwhelming. Remember that the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of all knights. So besides having the protection, or like this excuse of saying, oh no, but I'm not ready, I'm not prepared, I'm not fully prepared to connect, right? To extend my arms. So I need to go back inside. I need to go back into this hermit mode because I lack instructions. I lack my full mission. So I need to study a little bit more. I need to take more accountability of the things that I have to work out, or my own issues, right? So slowing down to hide, right? And I say that with a lot of compassion because, oh my God, so many times I can relate to that, and it makes me want to cry because, you know, this fear of exposure is so real. Oh my God, I know this. I remember the first time that I recorded a video here for YouTube. So yeah, if you feel this, I can relate to you. So I am completely empathetic with you, with how you're feeling, but there is this clear guidance here saying that there is no need to hide in this isolation mode, right? For you to work out your own personal issues. Yes, that is wise, but you've done that. It's like we have all done that. We're not the Knight of Pentacles. We don't have to fear the burdens of the Ten of Wands because we are already here in this level of maturity, right? Especially because it starts with the emotional accountability, right? So the physical, it's almost like a consequence. So don't worry about that aspect. Don't diminish yourself. Don't undervalue your whole path, right, of self-discovery. Like this journey of, you know, what I'm hearing right now is like self-love, right? It's like if you've been working on your self-love, it's like now you are ready to connect. It's like it doesn't need to be scary or overwhelming to connect in this shared path. It can be beautiful. It can be very successful, right? So there is this misunderstanding, I want to say, between the Six of Wands, which is being shown, right, very clearly, but because it's so simple, maybe we feel like, you know, we haven't fully grasped or we haven't fully understood. But We don't need to go back inside this hermit mode. We don't need to defend ourselves or undervalue our own progress because we're mistaking what is supposed to feel very victorious, very successful, for something that is burdensome, for something that is not. It's like it's the opposite of success, right? It doesn't have to be exhaustive. So yeah, I wish I had more things to say because I feel like maybe there should be a little bit more encouragement after all of this, but I truly hope that this was helpful and enough. If you want to know more, I am going to pull more cards to see where we can go from here, or if there is a little bit more encouragement to guide us through this thought, through this perception that we're not ready, but we are ready to evolve, we are ready to connect, we are ready to go towards success, right? So together with the cards in the extended, I'm going to pull from the astrological runes as well. So if you want to join me in the extended, I'll be very happy to see you there. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.